Do not wear anything printed, as it makes you look like a victim of hype culture, a victim of immaturity, not being a man, not being an alpha, or someone of high value.
You're a victim.
Crazy, right? That the internet has gotten to the point of recommending things for people to wear and buy, basically dictating people on their purchases. So they're just basically telling you what to do with your money and how to spend your money without directly saying it. Online spaces are filled with product reviews and I spent X amount so you don't have to, but also peer pressure to conform to the prior established ideas and aesthetics that allow you to enter the meta pre-mid-max without the hassle of going through the experience of trying and exploring things for yourself to actually figure out what it is you like. But experience is pain. It's like when you play a Soulsborne game just to restart again and again and again and again. It's crazy how people are more willing to struggle multiple times in a video game than to actually curate their clothes and styles into something that is them. But hey, don't look at me. All I'm saying is Helmeppo has more sauce than most of you. Bro's glow up is crazy. Bro went from looking like Lord Farquaad's cousin to
I am Lord Farquaad.
looking like he's about to drop a banger on SoundCloud. Bro's got real motion. Speaking of motion, it's time for the actual source of this video. Much of the meta around our fits is getting thick denim pants and calling it a wave. It's such a sad reality we live in right now, wouldn't you agree? But then again, the meta is all about access. But nowadays, everything is expensive. And everyone, and I mean everyone, is guilty of this. The lies of minimalism. There's honestly nothing wrong with minimalism. Really, some of these layouts for your outfits, even your house or apartments, slaps. But here's the thing, is this really your identity? Or is this simply because a whole bunch of content creators and people made you think it's cool, so you adopt it like it's your own?
Except 1/8 your size.
Breathtaking. I shall call him Mini-Me.
So often do you have people yelling at you, just pure noise, about how you should choose to spend your money. Excuse me, that's not how you should use that. Does your father know what you're doing? Gay, beta. Gay, beta. Women hate when men do this. It's like, bro, who are these people? Whose mess is this?
Move, man! Move! Who's talking to you? Move! I'm not here to... Bro, this is... Oh, mate! I'm not here to...
Clothes had motion. My t-shirts used to have motion. Now I can guarantee you that every t-shirt in your wardrobe is one color. No print, no graphic, no jacquard at all. Yeah, you heard me. I'm pulling out the jacquard on them. Down to your jackets having no print on them. Pants, no embroidery on them. And there's some heavy hitters out there. The biggest reason for this deviation of print and embroidery, at least for the mainstream meta, and not for the brands whose whole identity is centered around these techniques, are fatigue to print media, in particular graphic tees of the Logomania period or Hypebeast era, and lastly, the age of minimalism. Also just people nagging people that they're out of trend whilst ignoring the access to some sweet grail is kind of a tough thing to find and a tough thing to do. It's also kind of crazy to think that there was a time that this simple Nike t-shirt had people going crazy. If you don't remember this one crazy time that these tees sold out and people were going crazy about them online, you didn't miss anything. But in reality, this was sort of an indicator, well, at least one-off, that minimalism was to take a hold of what people were going to wear for the next few years. Well, sorta. Before maximalism takes off within these next few years, prints and embroideries with these blank canvases are going to unite, and it just makes sense. I'm giving you the wave before it picks up. But first, a quick look at why it is that people chose to abandon print in the first place. Much of the veering away from print was due to the overproduction of low quality prints. Things that were in all rights just turning us into walking signboards, whilst brands like Supreme and their BOGOs was lumped into this very same conversation. like it was a part of a greater scheme that corporates were cooking up to make extra money. And for most people, a logo showed you had money and class and status, or well, you really didn't.
Yeah, they hate, but they broke though. And when
See, Supreme's Bogos was a signal that represented their culture, a dap of respect that you and some random bro would give each other because you were a part of the culture and understood the culture. Nowadays, people think it's cringe to wear logos and prints in their clothes or outfits. You're somehow behind on fashion than everyone else, which doesn't make any sense to me. Then there's the stink of it all. Vintage.
Do you smell it? That smell. A kind of smelly smell. A smelly smell that smells smelly.
Vintage graphics stink. Not just because the clothes are old, but the disgusting amount some people are charging for these tees. It's honestly worthy of a prison sentence. On top of the fact that you need to find a size that fits you and has a tasteful graphic that you actually like, whether you like it with small holes or massive unwearable ones, is also a part of the challenge. Moreover, it somehow has to work with your fit, not just be a part of the baseline 3. The next issue was the graphics themselves and what they meant. Most graphics were just meh, whilst others were a series of merch related items, from collegiate prints to music artist merch to that one legendary ironic graphic. All of these were lost in a sea of just meh that all got ruined by the hypebeast era, that the only graphic you'll see on people is on their hats, but those have gotten so minimal within the last few years, a sign of the times and brands trying to keep up with trend cycles. But one category stands above everyone from graphic clothes, and that is the designer category. The absolute peak cinema level, quite literally at times, but some of the hardest prints, embroideries, and garment dyed effects come from this category. Unmatched with grailed items worthy of their price tag, and stuff you'll struggle to find a size for, let alone just finding the item available. But like anything designer related, the price tag stands very high. Even something as simple as a graphic tee being around the $300 price range. Right, you're wearing your monthly going out money or your monthly grocery money, and it's funny to you, unnecessarily starving yourself. Come here. Does your father know what you are doing?
Stop it. Get some help.
Anyways, let's take a look at why designer graphics are so good as opposed to the regular slop we're being fed. The first thing is intent. When designers create with print media, there's a clear intent that the audience can understand and appreciate. For example, Undercover's clock tower prints was Supreme's reference to culture and cultural icons. There's a clear intent to something of significance that can tap into that feeling of community. Secondly, artistic expression. This is when a piece of print or embroidery goes so hard that it's no longer just a regular piece. Okay? This is on the same level as you dropping all your somber and ancient dragon smithing stones whilst screaming at the top of your lungs like Eagle when you beat Bale Scaly. It's on the same level as these pieces from OEMC, from the shit sir, from vintage video game merch, from vintage movie merch, from Prada, from that one random vintage find where you don't know who made it, but it's goated. Anyways, let's start with a few brands that are worth a view. Let's first start with someone I'm plugging you with. I already made a short about his work, Luke Vicious, one of one custom hand painted and hand finished, pause, but the sweet part, a new drop every Thursday. You can't tell me some of these don't go hard. OEMC is one that honestly gets slept on a lot. This is one of my personal favorites. Like look at this stuff, absolute cinema, bro. Peak cinema, peak. You can't look chopped in this, like legitimately. You walk one of these, you can't look chopped. There's no way. And of course, you got prints from the eastern side of the world. You got Cav Empt. If you're into cyberspace and retro tech graphics, then Cav Empt's graphics are for you. Yoji, of course, especially this grail piece, right? The pin-up girl, a leather jacket, or 50 bands on your chest, bro. Can't breathe on that. Not to forget, like, the other cool stuff his brand makes, like the anime stuff. honestly top tier. Misbehave still pushes out solid prints with really cool ideas and concepts. Then you're also like, how would I wear this and still have real motion? But I think personally this is going to work for summer, because winter there's too many layers and most of your clothes are going to be jackets and coats. So primary outfit, you get some wide fit pants, right? Like really thick pants, thicker than your girl.